Welcome back to Riot Pro Wrestling. I'm Veronica Scott, and with me is our Riot co-general manager, Princess Josh.
That's right, Ronnie. We've got a hell of a show here tonight. We've got JDxDalton, our current Riot Heavyweight Champion, defending the title against Sean Scott with Mr. Showtime in this corner.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Showtime, he's thinking he can get away with a lot of things. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to let the fight speak for itself. But before we can get to that fight, I mean, realistically here, want to see something cool again?
You know what? I'm sick of this. I'm tired of all these people thinking they can get over on me. I'm Mr. Showtime. JD thinks he can whoop my ass. I am Riot Pro Wrestling. You know, I don't have time for this. I don't have to do this at all. I'm just going to...
Hi, best friend!
Well, how do you keep saying that? Where are you at?
Trust me,
you know what?
The only tricks here are the ones you paid for that you're leaving inside your office.
This is Riot Pro Wrestling and Mr. Showtime business.
No, it is not Mr. Showtime business. I highly suggest you go back into the building or else I gain full control over this company, Mr. Showtime. Yeah, you can huff and you can puff all you want. So, ladies and gentlemen, let the fun begin, if you will, because we're about to see our Riot Heavyweight Championship on the line as JDxDalton takes on Sean Scott, and he'll have Mr. Showtime in his corner.
Okay. Hey fans, it's the man they call Dave with producer Joe, and you probably know us as the commentary team for New Heights Pro Wrestling, but when we're not doing that, we got a podcast.
That is the Working Fans Podcast, where we talk pro wrestling, comedy, MMA, and so much more.
And tell them about that signature segment.
Oh, you talk about the 531?
You know I am.
That is a homegrown creation that has been our namesake. And if you want to know our namesake, we got Chevy, AJ Strange Brew, as well as the two of us.
And why don't you go to our channel, like, subscribe, show us some love.
Rate, review, all of it.
Riot Pro Wrestling returns Saturday, October 14th at the Volusia Mall in Daytona Beach, Florida for Trick or Treason. Tickets start at $20 first row, $15 for second row, $10 general admission. Doors open at 1:30 p.m., showtime at 2 p.m. There'll be a costume contest and free candy. Tickets now available on eventbrite.com. This will be a riot.
All right, it's main event time. Riot Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
And it is for the Riot Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Mr. Showtime, Sean Scott.
All right, here comes the challengers. Or the challenger with Sean Scott. It's the man they call Dave. It's producer Joe from the Working Fans Podcast. And we are excited to call this Riot Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship match.
Yes, we are. We heard JD earlier in the show claim that he did not get the real heavyweight championship when he won it our last show. Gave Mr. Showtime till the end of the show to bring it out, and here you see him displaying it on the shoulder of Amber here as Sean Scott walks to the ring.
They are certainly no shortage of confidence in this entourage here.
No, I mean, how often do you see the challenger come to the ring with the championship in his corner?
This is a champion. This is what a champion looks like.
Okay, Mr. Showtime. I tend to believe he has this preconceived notion that Sean Scott is going to be walking away with the championship tonight.
We know JDxDalton, and that is far from a done deal.
Yes, and we saw the way that Mr. Showtime carried our last event. Oh, Venom here having a word with Sean Scott. JD making his way to the ring next, the real heavyweight champion. But after the way Mr. Showtime handles shows, will JD walk out champion tonight? So, Dave, I know the match hasn't started yet, but I got to get your pick. Sean Scott, JD, who walks out of here champion?
It's hard to bet against JD, but Sean Scott has that entire entourage with him right now. You got Mr. Showtime, you got Reg, you got Amber, so many different people to get involved. Unfortunately, this might not be the night for JD.
Is this entrance, is that to get in JD's head? Walk out with with a lady, bringing the champion. Oh,
we're
not even waiting.
We're not waiting for that.
Big right hands being delivered by each. JD whipping Sean Scott into the corner. Big shoulder there.
High impact.
JD, big slam there on Sean Scott.
JD laying it in, brother.
This is what happens when you anger this man.
Whoa.
Mr. Showtime has gotten on his bad side. Double leg takedown, the mount, raining down those shots.
Sean Scott is not going to be pushed around here. Look out. Oh,
big knee.
Move. Yeah, right in the midsection.
This thing is spilling to the outside. Sean Scott staying on JD here.
Yeah, look at his old blocks there. Let's break it down here.
Head on the apron. You got to wonder if Mr. Showtime and the group planned all this as they came out. I think they had the idea to get into JD's head, but they've only angered him.
Oh, look at this.
If I were Amber, I would not be sitting there so just calm and serene. Oh, what does JD have planned? Telling them to clear out. Mr. Showtime looking a little nervous. JD rolls in to break up the count. Getting a hold of Sean Scott now.
JD is being super aggressive right now.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you after what these men have stolen from JD?
Ooh, big chop by Sean Scott.
And once again, you see Mr. Showtime flaunting what he believes to be his total control over Riot Pro Wrestling. We saw it more on the last show. Oh, going to whip JD into the chairs. JD reverses it. Sean Scott takes out the first through the fourth rows here.
It's a good thing JD had got people to move because he knew what he was doing.
Yes.
Violence.
Yeah, he does not plan to take it easy on Sean Scott here. Look at Vertigo there talking to Big Reg and Mr. Showtime. Oh, he's getting a hold of Sean Scott, but Sean Scott getting a chair. Yeah, get the children out of there. Keep the children away from Sean Scott and all this action here.
All right.
Sean Scott trying to compose himself. We knew the main event was going to be action-packed, but I don't think we expected it to get like this. Oh, getting into the fans' faces. Ref trying to get control of this match, but both these men rolling through.
This match is now no DQ. No DQ. No, we're not in this now. No count out. No count out.
Up until this point, both men had made it a point to roll into the ring to break up that count, but Mr. Showtime says that is out the window now. This fight is going wherever it needs to. And unfortunately for Sean Scott, JD to his feet, delivering those big rights. Oh.
That's right.
Sean Scott hiding behind a woman.
Oh,
no, the big slap.
That might have been a mistake.
Oh,
he ate that elbow. Might have just fired up JD.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse for Sean Scott from here. JD's got that arm trapped.
Oh, no.
Sean Scott trying to throw those arms, but belly to belly.
On the floor. Oh, wow.
There are no mats around this ring, so JD just took that one on the head.
And this is the X Factor we were talking about. Amber slapping him in the face. Mr. Showtime fanning him down. He's got people helping him right now. JD's out by himself.
Yes, and you've got a man that changed the rules in Sean Scott's favor once again on the concrete floor.
A violent
Have they not done enough?
See what happens.
Violent suplex. Physical. This is not good. Look at Showtime just celebrating.
I'm speechless with Showtime. This man is supposed to be our GM, yet every time a rule change gets made, it's in Mr. Showtime's or one of his people's favor. We saw it happen all over the last event. Thankfully, Princess Josh was there to at least save the Young Lions championship. And Sean Scott with just a despicable display here. Big Reg getting all of it on camera. JD finally with a knee.
JD fighting back. That's the heart of a champion. He's not going to stay down.
And it is chaos here at the Volusia. Oh! Hip toss onto the concrete and catching just enough of that chair.
That leg, the leg of JD on the chair.
You will be next, laid out. That's what you need. Where's my water gun at? You lucky.
Sean Scott just.
This is what happens when you mess with Mr. Showtime.
Sean Scott is just.
You see how it is? You look good. You look good.
He's just horrible right now, these people. But he is a menace. He is a physical menace right now. And he might have this. He might have any chance.
Going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, 2.5.
JD won't be denied. JD still in there despite taking that horrible hip toss on the chair and the concrete.
Mr.
The belly to
Showtime.
belly on the concrete.
Mr. Showtime has never seen a camera he didn't like.
Continues to work that lower back now. That back's already taking some pain on the outside. Now he's going to grab that arm.
Oh, look at that arm lock, wrenching it up behind JD. And JD is a power man, too. That is a good way to neutralize the power. Hurt that shoulder, hurt his ability, the torque he can throw on that arm. Oh, now Scott stepping on the hand.
You don't even need hands.
The hands, the digits are getting worked. The arm, the lower back.
Now got him in that rear chin lock, trying to cut off the oxygen. Wear down JD here.
Well, JD's took so much physical punishment in this match. Yeah, he might go out here.
Oh, he's got a hold of the hair. But Sean Scott breaking it up there. JD is fading quick here.
Normally I would say a move like this isn't going to put JD out, but all the punishment he's taken on the outside, this might do it.
Look at the angle Sean Scott is here, the torque on that neck.
Ooh.
JD is slowly making his way up, but not quickly. Up, he's up to 2 feet.
Explosive.
Jawbreaker.
Yeah.
Sean Scott still on his feet, though, going back. Got control of the chin. Another jawbreaker into the ropes. Coming into that big lariat. Trying to catch his breath in the corner there. JD coming. Lariat. Sean Scott looking where to fall. Falls into the arms of the big man in a power slam.
JD's starting to feel himself right now.
Oh, is JD looking for the finish? Sean Scott has been in control a good amount of this match, so JD's going to have to hit him with something good here. Pulling Sean Scott to his feet. Up on the shoulders.
Oh! Big TKO. Sean Scott is out. JD with the cover.
Going for the pin. Oh, Mr. Showtime up on the ring to distract the ref. JD looking annoyed with Mr. Showtime. Big right. I can't believe his glasses stayed on.
He's out, though. He is out of this match.
Now it's just JD with Sean Scott to deal with. Pulling him up to his feet again.
What is this?
Oh, Chico Adams.
Oh, Chico, misdirection. He hit Sean Scott.
With that belt. Big right hand from JD.
Wait, here's the cover.
1, 2, 3.
He got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this match is still Riot Pro Heavyweight Championship. JD
wins the match. He is still heavyweight champion. Finally got the real belt. And you gotta question, why did Chico Adams get involved? Did Mr. Showtime promise him a championship opportunity for going after JD?
I'm sure he did. That might be out the window. Who knows what happens here now?
You gotta notice Amber. Amber making her way to the back the quickest.
Yeah.
Followed by Chico Adams pointing at JD, letting him know he's got his eye on him. Mr.
do it
Showtime and Sean Scott almost an afterthought here. The last one to the back, barely rolling out of the ring.
Through all the craziness, JD never lost focus, and he maintained one goal, and that was to get his hand raised and get his hands on that actual World Championship by Riot Pro Wrestling. He got it.
He overcame those odds. You see Venom in the corner there. Happy to see this. JD celebrating with the fans. And if you want to celebrate with JD and keep up with all that Riot Pro Wrestling has going on, stay up on our social medias. Pay attention to when the shows are coming around and get those tickets early because you want to be front row to celebrate with the superstars like JD. But as always, thank you for joining us.
Good night, everybody.